Yehi Ratzon, Parashat Vayikra, 5780, the Limud Shebile Refuat Kol HaCholim, Uvetocham Tanya Bat Hoda Margalit, Yosef Yarob ben Vivachava, Harav Sivan ben Sima, B'toch Kol Sha'ar Cholei Israel. We're entering into a new month, into a new Sefer, into a new period of time in the Jewish story, and we have a great privilege of a guest speaker, Oritan Yehuda. So I just wanted to ask Oritan a simple question. Why do they call you Oritan?
So my great-grandfather passed away 4 years before I was born, and my mother had a dream that I would be the continuous of the strength and the light of my great-grandfather. Abba, why is your name Yair?
So I'm not sure if it's true, but I think that my parents liked the name Yair, and I like to add to it that I was the first child to be born in Israel. And Israel has a lot of light, so being born first in Israel is connected to this idea of Yair. So the next question I want to ask Oritan is, why do they call Moshe Rabbeinu Moshe Rabbeinu?
I feel the reason why they called Moshe Rabbeinu is because Bat Paro pulled Moshe out of the Yaor, and it's like, in Hebrew, it's Masha, so that's why I think Moshe Rabbeinu is called Moshe Rabbeinu.
So beautiful, Oritani. Not only do you think that, but that's also what the Torah says, that because Bat Paro pulled Moshe out of the Nile, his name is Moshe. The two questions that rise from this is, first of all, why is this such an important thing? And the second is, once Moshe becomes the leader of the Jewish people, couldn't he have just changed his name? Avram changed his name, Yaakov changed his name. We have a lot of name changes when your essence changes. So once you're not living in the kingdom of Paro, why can't Moshe just change his name to something more Jewish that's given to him by himself, by a Jew, and not by the daughter of the enemy? So Ritan, why do you think?
I think the reason he still kept the name is because she gave it the favor that she took. Without that favor, Moshe Rabbeinu wouldn't be Moshe Rabbeinu.
Beautiful, Oritan. So just to elaborate on Oritan's answer, I think a lot of times we have to ask ourselves, what is the story of Moshe in order to understand the story of redemption that we're entering in for Pesach? And a lot of us think that redemption is that everything is good, everything is perfect, everything in the world is perfect, that everything looks good and everything is the way we wanted it to be. But Moshe keeps the name of the lowest moment in Jewish history when children were being thrown into the Nile. And he doesn't erase that name. He keeps it. He keeps an Egyptian name given to him by the daughter of the enemy. Maybe teaching us, according to what Oritan was saying, that she did him a favor, but that moment that he got the name in the moment of the lowest might be the greatest opportunity to create a name. And I think that Moshe is teaching us that true redemption and that true freedom is that he was able to teach us that what makes us great is not when everything is great. When everything is great, that's simple. That's not really your identity. But what makes you who you are is, who are you in the moment that everyone's in the Nile, where everyone seems broken? Can you make yourself a name in that situation? And I think looking at our world today, Baruch Hashem, I got to run outside after 13 days for 15 seconds to go pick up a little bit of food for Shabbat. And Roni saw the birds, and she said, oh, the birds are going to Corona because they're outside. And we know that right now we're in a time that things are crazy and things are difficult, and we're in that Nile stage. But Moshe is teaching us, Dafka, at this time, can you create your name? Can you create your essence? And if we're looking at Am Yisrael today, the amount of creativity that's coming out, the amount of people that are sending out virtual tours of zoos and virtual tours of Hebron and concerts and Torah and ideas and minions and virtual Kabbalat Shabbat, so much creativity is being created, and that is exactly Moshe Rabbeinu's name. That his name is born from, what are you gonna do at the moment of the Nile? What are you going to do when you got a name from Bat Paro? Are you going to utilize that? Are you going to uplift that? Or are you going to run away from that? And our bracha to everyone, Bezrat Hashem, entering into this new Sefer, into this new era of the world, dealing with the challenges that we have, is that we get the privilege to create a new name and to not try to only be a name when things are coming to us, but what name can we create for the world? and for a situation where we're not being given what we want, and we have to create out of the absence a new story. Shabbat Shalom.